Oh, there we go. Stream is up. Finally. Hey, guys. Okay, so everything works again. That's... Oh, there we go. Stream is up. Oh, wait. Damn it, my sound. There we go. Everything is now working. So for today, I basically just plan to mess around with dry ice on RAM. So right now the M-Power has my best stick of DDR3 for raw frequency. And to be completely honest with you, that stick kinda sucks. You can get retail kits that do 3 gigahertz, and mine can't do 3 gigahertz even with a lot of voltage and everything. So hopefully I'll be able to do 3200 with it today, because 3200 would just be like nice in my opinion. That's just let me check. Yeah, so the current number about the memory clock, so that's the current maximum I've hit. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting, and I just need to check that everything works. And basically the plan is I'm gonna, you know, bury the RAM in dry ice, which actually this is, like, dry ice has this huge advantage over liquid nitrogen when you're trying to cool stuff with it, that dry ice isn't a liquid. So basically, as long as you have good waterproofing, you can throw dry ice at just about anything and it'll cool it, kinda. Not great, but you know, you can lower the temperature a decent amount. So that's basically the plan here. I'm gonna bury the RAM in dry ice, and we'll see how far it goes before the water gets me, which last time I tried this thing, it dropped out after about 30 minutes. So hopefully it won't drop out quite as fast today. Okay, so I'm just checking that some of the stuff on the motherboard works. Okay, so that looks all to be working, so I'll just shut down the system and we'll have a look at how the whole dry ice rigging will be done. And let's see. There we go. This is going to be such a disaster. Okay. So here we have M-Power. As usual, I really need to do something about the lighting, because every time I stand here, you can't, like, everything goes dark. Oh well. So yeah, it's the M-Power. For RAM, I'm running Kingston HyperX. This is rated at 2400 CL11. Yep, at 1.65 volts. I suspect it's an MFR IC from Hynix because it clocks so high, but it could also be AFR or some other IC. Either way, it's a really bad stick anyway. So for the actual application of the dry ice, because obviously I can't just bury this entire area of the motherboard in it. That wouldn't really work very long at all. We're going to use random cardboard box. So just cut that up into, you know, sort of just get a wall around that so the dry ice stays around the RAM. That's basically it. I mean, this would almost fit like this already. I could almost run it like that, except for the fact that it overhangs the motherboard at one end too much, so I can't really do that. So that's a bit unfortunate. So yeah. Last time I tried this, I used a certificate from some motherboard. You know, you get those little certificate cards with your motherboards? Yeah, so I used one of those. So I'm not sure how to go about this. I guess cutting off the... I'll just cut the box open. First things first. And we'll just rig this up, then we'll clock the RAM with no dry ice, and then once I know the maximum frequency with no dry ice, I'll throw dry ice on it. So, let's see. I don't really want anything too tall. And just to hold it together, I'm just going to use tape, because really this isn't anything particularly... Like, I'm not really aiming for style points here. It's like, I need something to hold dry ice around the memory slots. Also, I need to put tape over the memory slots to prevent them from getting water in them. So let's see. Huh. I mean, last time I even freaking used masking tape to do most of this, so this'll be... Go. So that'll sort of fit. Bend it round so I know where to cut it again, and yeah. Up. And that's one side done for the dry ice. It's gonna be so freaking perfect. Also, I need to get those zip ties out of the way. Those are annoying. I'm not gonna do anything about the cooling on the CPU because I'm not gonna, like, this RAM doesn't go high enough for the CPU to really need any better cooling unless the CPU was exceptionally bad, which, while I don't think it's amazing, I don't really think it's so bad that I would need to change anything about that. I mean, I could just run this like that. If I shorten it over there. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna shorten it on that end. Up. So now this goes around like that. And now we just put some tape on and it'll work. This works fine for, you know, a couple minutes, as I said earlier. I'm not sure if I should do anything about the side here, if I should do anything more reinforced on that. I guess I could. Oh. And the reason this actually works kind of okay is that RAM doesn't really kick off much heat, so it doesn't matter that the cooling is absolutely trash in terms of how it's built. I just need to get some strips that are the size of the memory slot. There we go, that's marked out. So that's that one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. That'll totally work. So so these two pieces, right? So this one's for the CPU side. This side. I actually like that I have this little flap here because that makes it much easier for me to be inaccurate with dumping dry ice. And this one. And it's just tape all around. Yeah, this'll totally work. And I need one more strip. So obviously this is not a reusable pot because it just gets really soggy and disintegrates after it defrosts, but for one-time use only it works great. I'm kind of thinking that this, doing it all, yeah, okay, that's too much work. I'm just going to use tape for it. So, you know, thick tape and go around it. So, let's see. First I need to fix the ones I already have in there, and then we'll go with the second layer of tape to just make sure that the dry ice doesn't fall out the sides of this, because more cardboard is actually too much work to get fitted. And before I do that, I'll actually fix the memory slots to make sure that no water can get into those. So get a good amount of tape. Well, no water gets into those, just to, you know, sort of protect them. Again, this isn't exactly what I'm not trying to be super amazing with this here. So there we go. That'll work. That's too long on this end. Just cut that. go. So that's 2 memory slots insulated. Well, yeah. It's 2 memory slots taken care of. Next up, the one on this side. That one's a bit of a pain because there's the capacitor bank right next to that. So can't just go one strip. I'm going to have to cut it thin, I think. Maybe we might be able to. Oh, well, I guess I could do it against the RAM stick like that. Up. Yeah, that'll work. Again, it's not gorgeous or anything, but it'll, like, it just needs to not instantly disintegrate. And actually, even like, that's not really much of a requirement. Up. Box cutter just to get the excess off, because if that hits that gets to the plasti dipping on the motherboard, then I'll have to redo all of that, and, well, not redo all of it, but I'll have to fix it again, so that's a pain. Come on. Damn, this thing is blunt. There we go. Okay. Come on. There we go. As far as I'm aware, yeah, that'll work. I'll just roll with that. I don't really feel like putting any more time into getting that set up. This one comes in, and I think I'm just going to use... Nope, that's the wrong piece of cardboard. This one. Yeah, okay, so now I'll just get some blue tack to hold it down for me while I get the tape. So if you have Artist's Eraser, you could also use that. That's really misaligned, like that. Like that. There. Do the other side as well, but the other side already has the E-tape in the way, so let's see, can I force it? Yeah, okay, so that one actually stands on its own. So I don't actually have to do anything on that side. And now comes the finishing touch, if you can call it that. Or I just do the sides like this, so that I don't have dry ice spilling out the, yeah. There we go. That'll totally work. The other side. Okay, this is gonna be, this side's a bit more. There. Pretty much works. Yep. So now I need to actually, like, you know, want to keep it apart up top, so let's see if I can find anything to shove down there to keep it open. Oh. See. Nope. Nope. The hell? I guess I'll just use some extra cardboard. Fold it over a few times and shove it between the RAM stick and one of the sides. Yeah, like that. That'll actually, no, that'll stop the dry ice from getting properly around the stick. Oh well, wait, I have it. And just use one of these Allen keys. Put it down in there, and that'll sort of work, maybe. Not right now. Ah, well, screw it. Screw it. I don't care. It doesn't matter enough for me to bother with it. There. Now, because I don't really trust the masking tape to stay on all the throughout the whole thing, I'm just gonna add a bit of the electrical to it to hold it in place. Or is it this? Because the masking tape really isn't that sticky, so I really don't want the sides coming off of this thing while it's full of dry ice. I mean, it wouldn't really do anything, but it would certainly stop me from running as long as possible. Though, with this, that's really a short amount of time anyway. Let's get the other side finished off and then go into the BIOS and start tweaking settings to start getting actual frequencies running. This side again. Yep, this is gonna go. There. Go. That one. I'll do it from the other side as well, just to make sure that the thing doesn't instantly, yeah, okay, there we go. So that one more piece of tape, and I had to call this ready to roll. Obviously, if you're not trying to rush this, you can do this without the CPU heatsink installed. Yeah, that'll work. So now obviously you also need to do something about the fact that you're going to have water running down this. So I'm just going to put a bit of this, a few of these rags around it to keep it from leaking water everywhere. Though even with these, it'll probably be non-functional in a few minutes. So this is really just like the absolute bare minimum. Up. Keep that open. And I really want something to keep it open for me. See. Oh, whatever. This'll work. Okay, so let's move over to... Whoop. The BIOS part of this endeavor. This is gonna... Actually, wait, no, I want this up. There we go. Stand you on the desk. Drop you down. There we go. And what on earth is that? Oh, that's my other monitor. Give me a second. I can't do anything about that glare. Sorry about that. So, let's quickly get up to speed. I think 2900 is just going to be pretty easy. So I'll get to 2900 and then start trying to push above that. And then once it can't go higher on the air cooling, I'm going to throw dry ice inside the disaster I call a dry ice pot. So first of all, because I'm going to be adjusting BCLK in the OS later on, I'm going to drop my CPU frequency so that I never have to worry about it. So stock is 40, so I'm just going to go with 30. And same on the ring ratio, just go 30 on everything. Disable EIST, disable dynamic mode. That's fine. DRAM reference clock, DRAM frequency. We want to load up the extreme memory profile. So this stick obviously has a 2400 megahertz memory profile. So we'll just start off with that. CPU core voltage I'm not going to mess with right now. CPU, yeah. Ring voltage, that might, I'm going to set ring voltage to 1.2 because the ring is part of the memory system, so that can cause instability. CPU ring voltage offset, no, and system agent. So for the system agent, I want 0.25 to start off with. And for the analog, I'm going to start with 0.1 on the offsets for both of them. Actually, for both analog and digital I/O. I'm going to start with 0.1. And I'm going to hit the RAM with 1.8. Because I don't really need to run with less. Then for linked memory timings, and then we're going to loosen this up as far as it goes. And I think, just put, okay, this motherboard isn't, what's the limit on that? 20, 31. We're going to go 2 for the command rate of 2 so that it doesn't cause any issues later on. $450 I think works. Yeah, okay. 500 works. 550. Okay, it doesn't go to 550. 512. Yeah, 512. 511. Okay, 511 is the maximum, so that's one of the refresh timings. So I just want to max all of this out. Because, again, I'm just going for raw frequency. I don't care if the performance is garbage. 12,000 works. And I'm going to just use what they use for DDR4 on that cycle. So that should work, and I'll leave everything else on auto for the motherboard to deal with. And for memory frequency, let's see if this garbage settings will load up 2600. Second, 15, 31, 31. Well, okay, I'll just do 15, 15, 15 for, actually no, I don't think that'll boot. Let's just do 17, 17, 17. I'm not sure if I can just max those out. I think you can, but I'm not. Oh, come on, I must have hit the numlock button. Where is it? There it is. So 17, 17. Skype, shut up! There we go. So yeah, this should boot, and I'll just save it as a profile. Oh, wait, I already have a maximum memory profile. Okay, we'll just save it over this one. Set the name, max mem str for stream, and save, yes. Settings, save changes, and let's see if that boots. 3555, yep, that boots up. That's going to be there. So 2600 booted easy. 2800 next, which should also boot easy with the settings I currently have. And above 2800, it's going to start getting hard. Yeah, okay, so 2800 boots really nice. Nice and easy. Let's see if we can go for the next one up, which I don't think will work. So this is 2933, and I'm sort of expecting it to crash this one. And it's booting. It's still booting, so that's surprising. So from now on up, I do believe I need to use the BCLK because 29.33 is the maximum multiplier on Z87. Oh no, they have 3000, so we'll go for 3000. And this shouldn't boot. And it doesn't boot. So we're stuck at postcode 23, and now it's just going to keep... Yeah, okay, so it's just not going to do anything. Yeah, so motherboard recovered. It noticed that the settings are bad. And we're going to go F1. And we're going to drop it back down to 2933 and give it some extra BCLK because I can't load up 3000. And I think it should just go straight to 2960. So we'll try that right off. So 2961. And reboot. And because everything else is still on auto, you know, the CPU is underclocked and everything, it doesn't matter that I'm running the higher BCLK. And that seems to also boot. Yep, so that's still good. Now let this go all the way to Windows and we'll try to tweak it upwards. Well, yeah. As this is gonna... If you're overclocking RAM and your performance goes down, that probably means your motherboard is loosening up your timings. If you just change the frequency and don't set any of the timings, then it means that it loosened up the RAM and you basically, because the timings actually affect your bandwidth and everything a lot, so you'll lose performance because of that. Let's just get CPU-Z opened up, and I need to use the Team Cup wallpaper for this, because this is for the Team Cup on Hardware Bot. Close that. So yeah, we're at 3 gigahertz 30. And the memory's at 1480. So let's see if we can go higher. 1482, 1483, 1485, 1490, 1496. Still stable. And I just quickly need to check the rules for the Team Cup submission, because I know if you're doing memory, then you can just save a validation file and you're good, but I do believe for the Team Cup you need pictures. And if you need pictures, then that makes things a little bit harder. Yeah, okay. So I need several windows of CPU-Z, and that's it. So I'll get all of that open, and let's see. Oh, and that one, okay, no, that one still works. So we're at 102 BCLK, so this is going to probably crash pretty soon. We're just under 3 gigahertz memory clock. So let's go up. And nope, that still works. Let's go up again. 1499. 1503, still working. And anyway, I need 1516 or something like that before I can validate it as useful. 103 BCLK, I think it'll crash, so this will be interesting to see. Oh, 103 still steady. 1512, 1514. Come on, 15, and it died. Okay, so that's the limit, and I think it would be best if I tried to boot with a higher memory divider. So instead of 2933 and then pushing a stupid high BCLK, because we were at like 104 BCLK at that point. I don't think it was the RAM that crashed. I think something else crashed. So instead, I'm going to go into the BIOS set. I'm going to try boot up on 3 gigahertz, but underclock the BCLK to get it to boot up. So BCLK down, 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 down. I'm going to pull it down to 2960, so 9868 BCLK, and pull this up to 3000. Let's see if that boots, and hopefully that'll give me a longer stability range up top when we actually, and so it's the 23 memory, the 30. So it looks like that's the memory divider being the problem, because I'm getting stuck at postcode 23 again. So we're going to get into the BIOS, and we're going to try, if I remember correctly, Haswell has a CPU strap similar to X99, so I'll try use that. Yep. So we'll try a 1.05 base clock strap, because that'll give me 1.25 base clock, so that means if I want 3 gigahertz, give me a second, I need a calculator. I can't do this. Where did the calculator go? Well, damn. Okay. So if I want 3000 divided by 1.25, that's 2400. Okay, so I'll put this down to 24, and this time I'm just going to boot into the BIOS to check that everything is working. And I'll drop the memory actually below that. Let's see. So I think, yes. And that's not booting at all. Why is there a CPU strap setting if that's not going to work? Oh well. Yep, okay, that's not going to work at all. That's interesting. So that's the CPU bit. Okay, I'll try drop the RAM clock some more and see if that'll help, but somehow I think it's just the strap doesn't work properly. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna give up on the strap. It just keeps going 0, 0. So that sucks. And that means I need to try get I basically need to get the 3 gigahertz memory divider working, because I can't actually load up my memory clock any other way. This should be disabled. Well, yeah, I'll just leave those like that. So there is a 3200 divider. Does that one work? So there's a 2666. That goes to 2032. Well, let's see. I don't think that'll boot up. That's way too fast. Yeah, okay, so we'll raise these up, and gonna give the system agent a bit more voltage. Same on the analogs. I mean I/O voltages, because those are the memory controller stuff, so hopefully that will help with stability. And I'm going to pull the RAM to 1.85, because that's the maximum, if I remember correctly. That, what? No, I said 8.5, not 9.5. There we go. 0.84. And let's Now it keeps doing the 23 thing. That's really obnoxious. If I can't use a higher memory divider, then I'm going to have a really hard time here, because I'm going to be fighting for BCLK. And this is the kind of thing that better motherboards don't do, like the memory dividers all work properly and everything, so this could very easily be the motherboard getting in the way. It might not be that the RAM is terrible. I never tested this RAM on a proper motherboard, so... yeah, this is not great. I'm going to pull it back down to 2933, and we're going to try max frequency from inside the OS again. I'm going to see how my other submission was done, because I don't think I ever got the 3 GHz divider working. And if I didn't, that's going to make this really, really hard. What? Right now I'm not cooling anything with dry ice, so you don't need to see it. I mean, wait, let's see if I can get the camera somewhere where you can see everything. Oh. There we go. That's more like it. Yeah, so right now this is just, you know, covering the RAM. There's no dry ice in there right now. It's just bits of cardboard and some tape. Because the cool thing with dry ice is it doesn't spill. So you just get condensation, and that works. I'm just going to load up CPU-Z again. Memory clock. Yeah, so 1466. I wonder if I can just keep going up again. Up. And it froze. It already died. Okay, so that's really not going to work. So cranking the base clock really quickly doesn't work. I need to figure out how I did that last submission, because if I did it with base clock and not a 30 memory divider, that's going to make my... That's basically means this is impossible on this motherboard. Or at least impossible as far as I'm concerned, because I can't run super high BCLK, because nothing likes that. Let's see. How did I do this? 103 BCLK. Oh no. This is going to be 103 times 20. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's going to be. Yep, okay, so it looks like I did it with really high BCLK last time. Well, that's going to make this really, really lovely. Yeah. So high BCLK is the only way by the looks of it, but no, I'm not giving up. I'm getting that 30 divider working. I need that 30 divider. If I don't get that 30 divider, then it's completely freaking useless. I'll leave those other ones on auto and see if this still boots. Wait, no. Did I set the 30 divider? Yeah, I did. Okay, let's see if 2933 works. Changes. Yep. So I'm just going to try loosening up the memory timings again. Okay, so that still boots up. Let's see if it boots with 3000. And 3000 gives me postcode 23 again. And postcode 23. And yeah, now it wiped the BIOS. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, so I'm going to try a tad more PCH voltage, so that's for the chipset. And that's because since I'm overclocking the BCLK, everything needs more voltage, and we'll take it all the way to Windows again. I really want to know how other people did the high memory clock, because I know Z87 was probably the best for this. And I really hope it's not that they just had better motherboards, because if they just had better motherboards, then I'm screwed here. Because this thing is... yeah, okay. Wait, what's the max somebody did on my motherboard? M-Power. So, maximum memory clock. Huh, okay, so it's not that the motherboard's garbage. I'm just an idiot. Well, that's not surprising. So, I need to somehow get the freaking 30 divider working. 177. Oh my. So that's how... Interesting. So I need to try that. Let's reset this. Get into the BIOS and try the BCLK straps again. Because what I'm looking at here, so the record for this motherboard, or one of the derivatives of this motherboard, is 1800 megahertz. So that'd be like 3600 effective. And they did that by running really high strap. So I'm going to try copy that. And CPU clock at 8. So 8 for CPU clock. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to try get a working high clock strap. Will that even work? Oh, well, we'll see. I'm pretty sure this... Yeah, okay, it's still doing the 0, 0 thing. Okay, I'm gonna need to Google some stuff. CPU strap... Z87. What the hell? Why does it keep spitting out 0, 0 whenever I try to... Needs to be some way to get this to work. Okay, I'm going to try reset the BIOS because I already have a profile, and try it with completely default settings everywhere, and just change the strap and see if that works. And obviously underclock the CPU, because if I give it 1.25 strap on 4 gigahertz, then it's gonna go absolutely stupid. Save changes, yes. No, it's still 0, 0. Seriously? Does anybody on the chat happen to know? Yeah, I'm using the 4790K. So that's, what the hell? Why can't I get the freaking... No, that should be disabled. Let's see. Why on... Earth can't I get this stupid freaking strap to just even boot? Okay, well, let's disable hyperthreading, downcore the CPU to 1, disable this, disable that, disable this. All C states, disable those. Okay. But why can't I get the... stupid frickin' strap setting to frickin' work? Just beyond me. And it's still not booting. How the... So, strap on every platform I used before Z87. You literally just set it and it raises all your clocks up. It's like extra 25 megahertz on BCLK without having to do anything. So I have no idea why it's being so difficult here, because as far as I know, it works the same way. Yeah, so now it's going to wipe the BIOS again, isn't it? Yeah, it wiped it again. So I can't load the 30x profile. I can't use a high... What the... Wait. Is this motherboard really that dense? Let's see. Yes, 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 this motherboard really is that dense. That is stupid. That is really freaking stupid, MSI. Seriously, what the hell? Anyway, okay, so running high BCLK on MSI motherboard, what you need to do is you manually have to set high BCLK, damn it. Here we come for 3 gigahertz. Let's see if this boots. Wait, no. No, wait, I just need to load up my, I'm gonna load up the memory profile for the stream. So, actually the OC profile for the stream, which has the loosened RAM timings and downclocked CPU and all that. And I'm gonna apply what I learned with the BCLK to it, because this is just ridiculous, seriously, MSI. Base clock strap 125, disable the filter, give me LC. LC's low clock, yeah, that should be fine. Way too much memory clock. I'm going to try boot 3 gigahertz. Just right off the bat. 1.85 for the RAM voltage, and I'm going to disable a few things on the CPU again. So I'm going to disable hyperthreading. I'm going to downcore it to 1 core. I'm going to CPU ID. I'm going to leave that. Disable virtualization. Disable the encryption stuff. Disable C states. Max out the power limits. And that should just boot right up. Let's see if we can get 3 gigahertz this way. Please boot. Oh. Well, that's much better behavior than before. It's still telling me that 3 gigahertz with 24 times 1.25 is not going to work, but that just means I need to deal with some timings, not really that it's the motherboard fighting me now. So that's good. So that's solved. Let's see, 2400 is too much, 2200. I'm going to try downclock it a bit so that it can actually boot up the memory. I'm going to downclock the BCLK and see if that helps. And I'm going to loosen the timings again, so just to make the motherboard's job easier. So there we go. So 15, 20, 20, 32, that should just start. And I'm aiming for 2960 for initial boot. Okay, so that... Oh my god, it booted! Yay! Success! So now I can pull the BCLK back up, and hopefully... I'll go right over 3 gigahertz. As soon as it hits Windows. There we go. Get CPU ID open. It's a shame about the extra memory multipliers not working, but at least I got the freaking strap to behave, which is just ridiculous. So... And now I'm just going to use the direct OC buttons. So these are basically, these two buttons raise the BCLK by the smallest possible step while I'm in the OS without having to have any stupid overclocking utilities opened up. So these are a really nice feature. If you get some of the more extreme, like the better overclocking motherboards like the Gigabyte SoC series, the motherboard just has a shitload of buttons and you can control, they can control core clock, BCLK, they have 2 different BCLK adjustment modes for small steps, big steps, everything. Very, very convenient when you don't want to be opening a overclocking utility. And system service exception, so that's the RAM being unstable. Well, now that I know that I can actually go faster, let's load up on the dry ice, and this is gonna go lovely. But I'm gonna try boot with a higher initial BCLK because I don't want to fight my way up once I'm in the OS. That's just obnoxious. Well, slowly work my way up once I'm in the OS because that's just a waste of time. So now I'm gonna see if it can boot 2980, and let's go get some dry ice. And it looks like 2980 is not gonna boot up, so that's freaking perfect. There's the dry ice. I'm going to try grinding that up again, but it matters even less with RAM than with the motherboard. With the RAM, it matters even less if the dry ice properly makes contact than with the graphics card, because on the graphics card, it's 50 watts of heat, whereas RAM sticks are usually in the area of 8 watts maximum. DDR4 is like 2 watts a stick or something, so... There we go. Time to get the RAM a lot colder. There. And that, believe it or not, is how I'm gonna run for the rest of the stream. Here we go. So yeah, if you already have dry ice on RAM, like if you've ordered dry ice to use it for something else, this is just such a simple way to finish it off if you don't, have any other use for it. And it really, actually, that's gonna last for ages, what I just poured in there. It might last the whole stream. So, yeah. This makes dry ice super convenient to use, so let's see if I can boot up the 2980 now, because I think that was just the RAM being stupid about it. So save changes and reboot. Yeah, so with the dry ice on the RAM, it boots up. We already have a benefit. Hopefully, and I'm just going to let it sit a while so that it tries to pull itself down. And now it's just work the way up on the memory settings. Really, you would want a much better RAM kit to start with. And this kit of RAM is just absolute garbage. You'd want a kit that can do like 3 gigahertz consistently on air or more. And this doesn't do 3 gigahertz on air consistently at all. I have no idea where these pants are from. I've had them for ages and ages and ages, so. Okay, so 1490 works. Up we go. 1492, 1494. 1500. This is going to take a while. 1511, we're getting close to my old record. 1514, my old record. So right now I've already just, right now it's at the same frequency as I was last time I tried maximum memory clock. So that's good. That's already a pretty decent achievement. And I don't have a flash stick to save to. This is going to be interesting. This might crash once I stick the flash stick into it. Just because RAM overclocking and... Okay, so it's fine. That's good. Let's paste that in. And RAM. Max RAM clock. And that's saved. Up we go. This is going to be really, really lame because I'm just going to take a screenshot every increment, save it, throw it on the flash stick, raise the thing again. But max, there we go. Yes, I would like to replace it. Because the thing is, this'll crash eventually, so up we go again. Actually, I should have just not closed paint at all. There we go. Up again. Come on, update. Okay, print screen. Paste. Save. Yes. There. So 1518 already. The fun thing about this is like every 2 megahertz is like a new, like I beat another person every 2 megahertz because there's so many RAM submissions. So like my position is moving up with every press of this button and lack of a crash on the screen. I didn't press the button hard enough. Damn it. There we go. 1520. Paste that. Saved. Next. Maximum memory clock is just such a lazy freaking benchmark. There's nothing really exciting about it because you don't wait for anything. You just go save. Actually, it's the same as CPU clock. Maximum CPU clock and maximum memory clock. Run the loosest possible timings and then just save everything. There we go, 1525. I'm going to take it in bigger steps because it's obviously nowhere near close to crashing at. Max RAM clock, yes, I would like to save that. I'm gonna, wait, so we're at 1530, right, so 2600, wait, so what memory? I'm running 24. Yeah, I'm running 24 times. Okay, 1530. Also, the thing about LN2 on RAM is, oh, Windows is starting to be fun. Oh no, that's just the AMD drivers being... Yeah, so actually, if you're doing maximum memory clock, you would want a install of Windows, ideally of Windows XP, because it, you know, when you boot up Windows XP, it runs on like 30 megabytes of RAM or something, so obviously it's going to be more stable just because you're using less RAM, but whatever. You also don't want to have any software installed because anything that's running is wasting your really unstable RAM. So let's print the screen again. This is going really, really well compared to my last session with dry ice, but admittedly back then I didn't know how to use the strap, so... Max RAM clock, save that again. So now we're at 1534.8. This is really, really lame. At least I can keep an eye on the chat pretty easy. You can drop questions in the chat about anything as you... Oh, it crashed. It crashed. Okay. So how much BCLK I was at? 128. Yeah, okay, so I was like 3 megahertz above default BCLK, so that means I need to use the next memory divider most likely. So where the hell is that calculator? Damn it. Yeah, the BIOS has derped itself. So right now, I'm using 2400 memory divider, and oh no, the 2600 divider is gonna... Okay, wait, I'm gonna try the next strap, which is 1.67, which is great. And I'm gonna try the next strap because I can run a lower memory clock off of that. Well, I have more ratios to play with on the start line. So I'm going to pull it down to 166, well, 165 something. 1866 on the memory. And I'm going to downclock the cache and CPU ratios. Yeah, and I'll give the system agent more voltage again. Because we're on that old profile, so it's actually surprising that it worked. And I'm going to try more RAM voltage to get it to boot. Because since the RAM is frozen, it might actually scale on with more voltage than if it wasn't frozen. Yay, it's booting! So this is 3100. right now what it's loading up. Hopefully it'll get all the way to Windows. Where did my Coke bottle go? There it is. So now it's at 1550, in theory, isn't it? Yeah, it's 1547. So yay, more memory clock has been achieved, and we can go back to the screenshot push red button ritual. Well, I'm not using any kind of solvent for the dry ice right now, because as you can clearly see, this is paper, right? If I put any kind of liquid in there, it's going to go all over my motherboard. So I'm not running any kind of solvent. It's literally just this paper holding the dry ice near to the RAM, and that alone is enough to get it to clock better, so... It's not the most elegant solution, and it certainly won't get you the absolute best clocks. You can get the best clocks at around, I think these memory ICs are good down to around minus 120. So ideally you would want like a proper LN2 pot and everything for your memory, but that's really expensive, and I don't have LN2 right now. And also I don't really care about RAM frequency enough to go that far. So, go, new max memory. There we go. Yes, please save. And let's go up again. 1550. Here we go. That's saved. And... see, I want to try for 1560, so I'll just crank it up. $15.8, well, $58, $59.9, $15.61. There, that's good, so I'll save that. I even did a really bad job on the insulation. I mean, this just sitting around there doesn't really... That really isn't enough insulation for the dry ice I just threw on there, but it's not like it's gonna fail. Let's see. 1563, 1566, 67, 69, 70, and I'll save this one. I'll save it every 10 right now because I don't know when it's going to crash. Save that. That's saved, and we can keep going up again. I'm using the... wait, who's the... okay, I think I'm getting near that BCLK limit. So we're at 169 on the BCLK. And I think if I go much higher, then it'll probably crash, because it seems to be I can go like 3 megahertz above the strap. Well, with the higher strap, I should actually be able to go higher than 3 megahertz above the strap, but still, I don't really think it will cooperate much longer, because the strap for this is supposed to work at 167. I'm at 169, so... save a score, 1580. I'm going to get... yeah, I think I'm going to make it to 3200 memory clock. That's going to be nice. Max RAM clock, yes. I really hope I don't have screenshot corruption due to the memory clock, but... okay, up we go. I should probably just make sure that the dry ice is like that's, yeah, okay. I'll just leave it alone. It's doing its thing. I think nope. 1587. Okay, I have 170 on the BCLK. 1590, okay, I'll save this. Save that. And here comes the AMD driver complaining again. Let me take care of that. And yes, and AMD driver. I really shouldn't have been, this is not the right OS to use for maximum memory clock, because I literally just took the OS I use for my RX 480 on LN2 stuff. It's the same OS, so it still has the AMD drivers for the RX 480, except the 5870 doesn't actually have support in the new drivers. So yeah, and it crashed. So now I'll shut it down, and we'll try the next memory divider up. Come on. Ah. This might be the end. Which would suck. But okay, so back to the BIOS. And let's go with, oh my, that's not going to boot. There is no way that's going to boot up. Actually, I can still try more RAM volts. Yep, let's just go with more RAM voltage. So 1.95 on the RAM, and now it's going to try boot 3.3 gigahertz, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to work at this point. Unless the dry ice and the extra voltage are being extra helpful, and they aren't. So the M power, when you have bad memory settings, it'll go 10, 15, 55, 10, 15, 55, then it'll spray some random error after that occasionally, and otherwise it'll just keep doing 10, 15, 55. Yeah, okay, at this point it should have realized that the memory is not going to boot up and should have wiped my BIOS. Yep, there we go. So that's taken care of, so I guess I'll try more voltage, because I don't think I can loosen up the timings any more than they already are. I think there's some motherboards that offer like extra loose timings, but I'm not sure. I haven't really tested that. Like I only have one Z87 motherboard, and that's this one, so. And I haven't used any Z97 motherboards. I'm going to try drop the CPU clocks again. And try 2 volts on the RAM and see if that'll boot up. But somehow I don't think it will. Yeah, okay, more voltage isn't going to cut it, I don't think. Every minute that this isn't booted up and taking screenshot is a minute wasted, because this is building up water all over the motherboard. So, well, not really a minute wasted, but still. I'm fighting against that ridiculous amount of condensation that's throwing out. Okay, so I need to get 3200 somehow, and I can't do it on the 1.67 divider, so I'm going to try 1.25 for the divider, so 125 BCLK again, with a higher memory multiplier. And this is probably not going to boot because it looks like the high-speed memory ratios aren't working properly. So let's see if this will boot up 3200. I'm going to tweak the RAM voltage down again because RAM doesn't actually always scale with voltage. You can't just throw infinite amount of voltage at RAM and hope that it works. That doesn't always work, so I'm going to drop it down a bit, back to 1.95, and see if that does anything. So this will be 1600 in CPU-Z. And that still won't work. Well, that sucks. So we have F0 error, F0 again. Come on, wipe my BIOS already. There we go. So we're back in the BIOS. And I need to do something. So 2600 for 32 won't work. Can't really, well, let's see, 167, 1.67. I can't, there is no way I'm gonna boot that. 165? It's 33, oh my, that is really high. That is really, really high. I guess more, I'm going to give the different memory controller voltages even more. 0.35, 0.35, no 0.35, not 0.38. Go save, changes, and reboot. I really hate that this is offset voltage and not fixed voltage, because then I'd actually know what voltage I'm feeding the CPU. Huh, so I guess it doesn't go up. So that's not booting. Let's see, can I maybe try even less BCLK to try get it to boot? I don't think that'll boot because you can't run infinitely low BCLK with a high strap. Let's see. This will probably spit out 0, 0. Oh, it's not spitting out 0, 0, but it's not booting anyway. But since it's not spitting out 0, 0, that means I can still try drop the strap some, well, not the strap, the BCLK some more. Wait, 3B, what the hell's that? 3B. Okay. So that's interesting. Maybe I don't think it'll go lower on the strap. I'm 7 megahertz below what it should be at. That's probably going to cause all kinds of issues. Well, I'll try loosen up the timings again, but I'm kind of suspecting that won't help at this point. And it didn't. Hey, Truff. And let's see. This is really annoying. Why is it not? Wait, let's see. I don't know. Can we get the camera a bit better? Wait, actually, I could drop the camera. I mean, there's not really anything happening on the system. Most of what I'm doing is in the BIOS. Okay, let's see. OC. If this somehow boots, I'll be amazed, because this should not be bootable at all. I'm running way too little BCLK for this strap. Well, right now it's still spitting out memory errors. dry ice seems to be doing fine. 36, now we're... Oh. That's surprising, because I'm expecting to... Okay, so we're back, up and running. Let's see. Timing changes again. I don't know, does this go higher? Okay, it does go higher. I'm gonna try... Okay, I don't think this will actually boot up. Wait, I need to boot this at a frequency that actually works. Just so I know it's not the memory clock and it really is the timings. Save changes. Okay, so those timings are bad, and it doesn't like that BCLK either. Actually, no, it probably is fine with the BCLK, it doesn't like the... No, what did I say? It's fine with the timings, but it's not okay with the BCLK being this slow. So that's interesting. But if the timings are good, that means I can try... Well, I can try for 32 again. So we'll pull up the BCLK so that it stops moaning about it being too low. 64. I wonder if it can boot on 64. Should be. Yep. People are probably moaning about me not using F10. It really doesn't like this. Yeah, so I'll need to give it more BCLK. Oh, well, that's fine until I try to pull it up to the 32 divider. So that's interesting. So the 2600 memory ratio, that won't work at all. These low ones don't give me like, and right now I don't have a good option because I'm at 1866. The next step up is 2000, which is way too much. Let's see. Will this boot? So now it's complaining about the really, really loose timings. Which is fine, because that means I just need to tweak those again, and it'll fire right up again. But let's see. Is it this one? Okay, so I'll pull that down to 48 again. Keep those at 15 and see if that works. Oh, it doesn't like those. Cool. So I can run those at 12:12, but I wonder, so could I do 14:14? I need the BIOS, damn it. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:47 already. Wait, what? I've been streaming for an hour 25 minutes. Holy crap! I'm like, yeah, let's have a short little laid-back stream, and it just ends up with a long laid-back stream. I'm surprised this is working so well. No, it's not working so well. It's just I didn't put the dice on until I figured the motherboard out. Actually, it's a good thing. No, that. 14, 14. Let's see, 14, 12, and I want to try 56 there. Let's see. Please boot. Okay, so that still doesn't work. Let's see, so 12, 12 worked. No, save changes and reboot. It's the F10 button, right? That is like save and exit. Because I never remember the save and exit shortcuts. Oh, and that still doesn't work. Okay, so I think I already had the timings as loose as they go before. Which means I can't loosen up the timings more. I can't... Well, I can still try to loosen up the primaries and one of the secondaries. Well, a couple of them, but I don't think those will do anything. Let's see, I'll try max these out, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so 25. No, 25. Wait, no, 25, damn it. There we go. Wait, 35. 30. Oh, these go to 30. Okay, so we'll do... Yay, best memory timings ever. 15, 30, 30, 45. Then the non-primaries are even worse. Oh my. Wait, how high does this go? Let's try 16,000 then. So, it's on 48. Let's see, I want to get this to boot up so I can see the baseline for these timings when they're super loose. There we go. So at least I know the system still works enough to run the same settings that I ran before, which is a good thing. But I can't run... Okay, so 3.3 gigahertz, and I need to do something about those timings, so I can run that super loose. How much looser can I get this? I think that should go to 24. Oh, that doesn't go to 24. Does it go to 20? Oh, that's maxed out. Oh no. Timings don't go... Oh my. Yeah, okay, that's gonna be... What, 16? Okay, so that goes to 15. So back down the memory again, just so I can check if this will even start up. Because obviously if I change the timings and the frequency at the same time and it doesn't boot, then I don't know if it's because the timings are crap or the... Okay, so the timings are... These timings at least work. So these timings work, so let's see if it'll do 3.3 gigahertz. This boots up. I think I found the absolute limit of this memory stick. I don't think it'll go any higher. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll boot it at 168, 169 maybe, on the BCLK with a lower memory divider. So that'll get me close to 3200, and then I'll force it with the BCLK. Well, I'll try force it with the BCLK, but I really don't suspect. Like, I really suspect it won't get there. So. Okay, so it's booting up. And I think my best screenshot so far was like, well, we can check once I'm in Windows. I think it was like 1590. And I really wanted to do 1600, so. Let's see. Computer. And where's that best one? Max RAM clock. Yeah, 1590 is so far the best one I managed to save. So let's see, 1591. And now I'll save every increment because it's gonna die really quickly. Because it did last time. So get the memory window open, the CPU window open, and get the motherboard window open just so I can. Go, because I'm pretty sure the memory window is actually optional. So first I need to pull it up to 1590. $1580. I'm gonna keep moving the mouse so I can see when it crashes. $1590. Okay. Yeah, okay, so now it's at 1590. I don't know how the dry ice is doing. It looks like it's... Yeah. Thing about the dry ice in this setup is like, it gets, the water, like, turns it into, like, chunks that don't sit against the RAM properly. So I already saved this. Next one up. 1592, and we need to save this one. Max RAM clock. Yes. So that's saved. $1593. Paste. Save. 1595, I think, is the next one. Yep, 1595. Saved. 1597, I think. 1597, here we go. 3 more to 1600. Which really isn't an achievement, because I remember back in the DDR3 days, you could get really overpriced kits of DDR3 that did 3200 through an XMP profile. So, it just tells you how terrible this kit of RAM is. And here it crashed last time. Yeah, 1598. This time I'm not going to even save it over the same profile because I don't trust it any longer. Max RAM clock. Nope. I'm going to save it as max RAM clock 2. 2. $1,600! Yay! So I finally got 1600 working. So those extra timings did help. Okay. Max RAM clock. Yes. I want to save there. And let's keep pushing. Up we go. 1601. Should crash any moment. Save that onto the second profile so that I have 2 different ones always saved. Just in case it dies on the 1601. Now it's being too stable again. I think the extra loosening I did on the timings has done a number. Has managed to make it a lot more stable. Yeah, we're at 171 BCLK already. And it froze. Oh, okay, so I just saved the absolute maximum it did, which is 1603, so let's go back into the BIOS and try some more. I'm surprised I still don't have, like, water issues. Because what, this is 1 hour 36 minutes, and this is a piece of cardboard holding dry ice on top of a stick of RAM, and somehow the motherboard is still working. That is... Today's my lucky day, I guess. Okay. So, I think I've actually used up some of the dry ice at this point, but I can't tell because it seems to have frosted itself into a giant brick, so I'll try break that down without hopefully breaking the motherboard. But I think after how much I pounded the GT710 on it yesterday, this'll be easy for it. Yeah, that's still working. Whoops. Yeah, the dry ice really isn't that well attached to the RAM. So I guess I'll try pull out this giant block of it that's built up. Which looks like so. That's cold. Get that in there. Recrush it so that it has better contact with the stick of RAM. There we go, and pour that back in there. There. I don't know, that might lower the temperature by like 3 degrees or something. It's a stick of RAM, it's probably completely as cold as it's gonna get anyway. Huh. Okay, yeah, so the stick got too warm when I pulled out that big chunk of ice. And now we're back and running. So that's interesting. So it almost got 30, it just went over 3200, so let's see. 165. That's 3 gigahertz. That's 3.3 though. That's way higher. Can I underclock it? How much? Let's see, 32, yeah, that's not gonna work. There's no way that's gonna work. Let's see. Let's see, can I boot this at all? Because I think this BCLK level is too low. Oh my, it actually works. Okay, so that means, okay, yep, we can probably get 3250 working at this rate. So now I'll pull up the memory ratio and hopefully it'll work. Because I lowered, yeah. So this will be 25 megahertz above the highest score. And RAM error, RAM error, RAM error, RAM error. Ugh. Freaking stupid. So even less BCLK, and again, I need to check that the BCLK even works because, you know, the BCLK when you're running a strap, I think it's like you have 7% up and down, but I've never actually managed to do 7% in any direction. I think the most I've ever managed. Okay, so this is still working, so I'm going to go back into the BIOS, give it the high memory multiplier, and hopefully it'll boot all the way to Windows, but somehow I suspect it won't. It'll probably just spit more RAM errors at me. What a kind stick of RAM it is. Except this time I'm going to give it a lot more voltage, and I'm going to play with some of the VRM stuff on this motherboard. There's not really a whole lot of it. But let's see if I can get the power to be cleaner, maybe. I don't know. That probably won't be a thing. Nope, still memory errors. Great. You're awesome, motherboard. You're great. You're absolutely friggin' the best. Actually, I should be blaming the RAM stick. The motherboard's fine. It's the stick of RAM that really sucks here. But the cool thing is, this was one of the cheapest 2400 megahertz kits I could find. So, for the fact that it's not, like, binned at all, I'm pretty happy with it. 400, okay, so, yeah, I'm gonna try even less BCLK. Come on, okay, so 3206, that should be bootable. Because that's the highest clock it validate, yeah, highest clock it actually managed to validate. Oh, no, it's not getting there. I'm going to throw more voltage at it. Oh, and I didn't do a check on if the BCLK this low will work. What? Yeah, no Monster Energy drink because I just wanted a Coca-Cola today. So, yeah, let's see. RAM voltage, and let's reboot. Okay, so BCLK 7 megahertz below what it's supposed to be still works. That's very surprising. So now I'll crank up the memory ratio and we'll see if we can boot. And this is at 2.085 volts. 0.85, yeah. Huh, doesn't work. Stupid pile of garbage. I think, yeah, that's the BIOS just telling me that I need to wipe it. That's the BIOS wipe. Okay, even less BCLK. Here we go. 3203. So this is 1.5, yeah, this is 3 megahertz below the maximum that I could actually save in Windows. No, it's not going to make it. Okay, well, I'll try tweak the voltage again. I really wish I had like a proper stake of MFR, but they stopped selling them, and even when they were selling them at really high prices. Like the DDR3 3000 stuff was just stupid expensive, and more importantly, the performance on those sticks of RAM was absolutely crap. Because they run really loose timings to get such high frequency. It's like the bulldozer architecture of the RAM world. It can do 3 gigahertz and up, but it just doesn't do any performance. So, let's see. Can't really give the, yeah, okay. Try pull the RAM voltage down, maybe that'll make it happy, I don't know. I don't really think that'll help. Yeah, no, same error as before. Oh shit, I forgot to update the current thing. And also I should probably give it a background. Now, how did I... Up. And right now I think I validated 3206, like that. So that's the best one I've so far saved. Even less BCLK. Okay, so 3200. Make it. No. Stupid motherboard. I can't go lower on the VCLK. I'm pretty sure it won't work just because of that. We'll have to check again. I'm pretty sure I've absolutely maxed out the RAM at this point. Like, it doesn't have anywhere to go. Which is kind of pathetic, considering I'm using dry ice, but... I mean, the dry ice would have otherwise just sat in a box until it all disappeared. So I don't really see this as a waste. Okay, I can't really do anything with the timings. Let's check if the BCLK is even stable, because there's no point in me trying to tune the RAM when the BCLK is crapping out. No, the BCLK is fine. That is actually very surprising. Ooh, wait, I have an idea. I'll drop the BCLK as low as it can go, and then I'll change the multiplier up. Yeah, that sounds like a great plan. So that still works. Because that way I'm not booting at stupid high memory frequency, so boot up is always the hardest part of any validation stuff. And once I'm in the OS, I can crank the BCLK stupid, because it's really low. Still booting. Damn. I'm really surprised. I didn't think the BCLK would be this flexible. Because usually this BCLK starts complaining as soon as you put it like 3 megahertz in any direction. But I've just had it drop off a freaking cliff and it's still happy. You know, I'm at, what? Right now I'm going to try 158. And it's still booting. Holy freaking crap. Okay, I think I'm going to pull up the memory frequency now, and that should boot, because that's going to be like 3150, maybe? Something like that. And if it's that low, yeah, it's 3170. So if 3170 should be bootable. And if 3170, and I think it just doesn't like the 20 ratio. Okay, so that's interesting. It doesn't seem to... So what if I try the 2133 ratio? Will that work? Because this is a frequency that definitely worked. I'm pretty sure I booted 3170, or at least 3150, or something in that sort of range. So the frequency, the RAM frequency at this point isn't the issue. It seems to be the divider I'm using. So let's see if 2133 works, because 2133 is a more natural memory divider. And that still doesn't work. Oh well. Let's see. I'm using Kingston HyperX Beast. Yeah, it's Kingston HyperX Beast, and it was the cheapest 8 gig kit I could find, and this is a 4 gig stick, so it was 2 sticks of 4 gigabytes, rated at 2400 CL11 13 13 34, I think, something like that. Really, really loose timings, and it was really, really cheap. It cost as much as 1600 megahertz RAM at the time, so I bought it, and yeah, so why isn't it? Pretty sure it's just it doesn't like the ratios going above 1866 at this point. That's interesting. 170. Let's see, I'll try to boot 3200 with high BCLK, low memory divider. Okay, no, that doesn't work either. So 3200 just doesn't boot. Okay, that's good to know. So I guess I'll try find the highest frequency it does boot, and then we'll try get that one with the higher memory divider. See if that works. See, so 1370, 3172. You just reboot. Doesn't work. Oh, wait. Did it just boot? Well, damn, it just booted. The 1372 works. 158. 3162. Let's see if that works. With the 20x multiplier on the memory. I don't think it'll work. 55, 10, 15. Oh! Yes! Yes! No! Do it! Do it! Yes! 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 It worked. It worked. Yay! Okay, please don't die while trying to get me into Windows. Good job. Good job, motherboard. Yay, so now I'm at like really, really low BCLK with a really, really high memory divider, so... Well, not really, really high. I mean, it's 2 gigahertz if you weren't running the stupid BCLK I'm running, but... still. I can crank it up from here. Because it's at 2,000 times whatever so I can keep pushing those buttons for much, much longer before the BCLK starts being a problem again. Close that. You literally can't see anything on the stream, can you? So, let's crank it up. 1582, 1584, 1585, 86, 8, 9, 90, 92, okay. Up we go. And last time I did 1603, so this time I'm aiming for 1604. 1600 here. Slow down on the increments right now. So 1600 flat, that works. 1601. 1602.9. 16.4. Save, 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 save. I must save, I must save. Yes. There. 1605. Save, 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 save. This seems like as soon as I get this stupid motherboard to boot up a RAM clock, I can go up to 172. And, oh no, I pressed the off button. I'm an idiot. No. Oh well. It'll probably boot up. It'll probably boot up. Please boot up. Please boot up. Okay, good. What are my timings at? 15, 30, 30, 45. And then my secondaries are like stupid loose. They're as loose as they go. Literally, as loose as they go. Actually, I'll just show you the freaking timings in the freaking screen. There we go. So, here are the timings. Come on, load up CPU-Z. Timings, timings, timings. As you can clearly see, I'm at like 15, 30, 30, 45. And then the refresh cycle time is at 511 and command rated is at 2T. I don't think 3 works, and yeah. So, let's just crank it up with you looking at this. So, yeah, MSI needs to, like, now, I'm kind of annoyed that the plus and minus buttons are so close to off and reset, because there's people like me who can't aim, and they accidentally press the off button, like I just did. There we go. That's more like it. So, I'm holding the camera right now, so sorry for the shakiness of the footage. Board. And now we're just going to go back to pushing the button. So, there, 18. I'll try crank it up quickly, because I don't want to wait a month. Okay, there. So we're at 95. Gave it 3 hits. 1600. Oops. Taking it too fast there. Okay, so we're at 1600 now. And now, slowly work it up. I think it's going to be fine up to 170 on the BCLK, so this will take a while before it crashes. But hey, this motherboard will do everything in its power to prove me wrong. I'm sure of that. Aren't you going to do that? Wait, I can't really pet the motherboard. Damn it. Who's a good motherboard? Wait, did I save this high? I think I didn't. So, let's save again. Maximum RAM. So, $16.08. I'm not sure if I should be saving every increment or if I'm just wasting time. Oh yeah, yeah. 1600 CL7 would destroy this completely. This RAM is running so very loose that I don't think I can set 31. I'm gonna try and I can't set 63. Like, I can't get TRAS to 63. Like, the BIOS ends at 45, if I'm not mistaken. $16.10. You know what? I'm just going to pull it up, let it crash, then restart it, and... No. $16.15. So print that. I'm going to go every 5 megahertz for the saves. Paint's not starting. That's not good. Okay, let's clock it down a bit. When's it gonna crash? Huh, okay. That's fun. It's so unstable that I can't open Paint. Lovely. Oh, there we go. It worked. Now I have like a million Paint windows. Damn it, that's what I get for spamming the button. There, now there's one. Paste my screenshot in. Yeah, okay. What? I just saved M? Works for me, hey. Okay. Paint down there. Print that. Paste. Save. Max round clock. Yes. There goes the AMD drivers again. No. Screw off. Screw off. Screw off. There we go. There we go. Now everything's clean again. So 1615. 1616. 1618. 1620. Print that. $16.25. Save that again. Yes. Yeah, this looks like it's going to go back up to 170 before it crashes. Which is a good thing. Okay, up we go again. 38, 39, 40. Yeah, this is, you know what, I'm going to say it again. This is way too stable. Considering how hard it is to get this to even start, this is way too freaking stable. How's the dry ice doing? Yep, it looks like it's fine. I'm surprised I don't have a water problem yet. Oh, there it died. Okay. Fair's fair, motherboard. Oh, I'm back. Sorry about that. My batteries ran out. There. Yeah. Sound is back. Well, yeah, I just used the pliers to get the batteries out. To be completely fair, that battery swap was really quick. I think that was the least issues. And I've been... Yeah, and well, I streamed 3 hours yesterday. I've been streaming 2 hours today. And I tried doing some recordings with this mic set before that. So I'm actually pretty happy with the lifespan of the batteries in this thing. Let's crank it up. Nice and quick. Uh-oh, too quick. So we're at 1613 now. 1614. What was the last one I saved? It was like 1620, right? No, it must have been like 1640 if I'm not mistaken. It was ridiculous. Yeah, 1641. Holy crap. I mean, I went from fighting for 1600 to basically aiming for 1700 now. That's really nice. Up we go. Oh, it died at 1630. That's interesting. I think it liked the 15 CL better. I'm gonna try that again with 15 on the CL because it just dropped out at 1630. Whereas I have a screenshot with 1641 with CL15. So I think that's because of the CL change. Let's try that. All right, F10. I'm going to appease the chat for once. I still bet this won't boot if I tried to boot these memory clocks that I save. So that was the big fight. I had to like the main problem was I couldn't even get it to get into Windows with like acceptable memory settings to go to work from. So up we go. Let's go quickly. Spam that button. I'm gonna break the motherboard. 1618, 1625, give it 3 more hits. Oh, now it just drops out all the time. I guess I'm being too quick on it. I don't know, I feel like it might be the timings now. I'll try to take it slower, maybe it really is me just trying to go too fast, but I don't know. Those 15, the 15, 30, 30, 45 was like, it looked like it behaved better. There's CPU-Z. I'll just try pull it to 1640 now. Not gonna bother with opening up all the other windows. $15.97, 1600. 16, 15, 16, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 4, 5. Here it crashed last time. 27, 28, 16, 30, and it died. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it just doesn't like these timings. Because it was, I don't know. I'm going to try the old timings again and pull it up again on those. I'm going to try 15, 30, 30, and the last one at 60. Well, 63, which it's at right now. And let's see if that helps. There we go. Do what? What, run Windows 98? I don't like Windows XP. I'm not going to run Windows 98. That's like... Windows 98 is only a year older. No, a year younger than me. I'm not going to run that. Okay, let's see if the setting max let's see, so 15, 30, 30, 63. $16.20. Hereabouts it crashed last time. 25. 27. Huh, 28 is happy. Yeah, so mine doesn't like RCD and RP at 30. Oh, wait. It just crashed again. At 31. It likes them at 30 by the looks of things. I don't know. Damn it. Restart. Yeah, I thought it would be a quick stream as well, because I was hoping the system would die in 30 minutes, but the system is refusing to do that right now. As you can still see, I can still get in the BIOS. This computer just wants to have me drop dead on it one day. That's exactly what's happening. It knows I can't stand having to stream for super long periods of time, so it's just not going to crash for as long as freaking possible. Now, first, it fights me for every megahertz, and then it's like, oh, you know, everything's gonna work fine from now on, until you drop dead. Okay, let's see, what should I do? Let's... This is going to make me look dumb because I can't remember where the max mem setting is. Wait, how much RAM is this even running on anyway? It's running on half a gig of RAM. Okay, screw it. It's so annoying that I have to boot so low on the memory. I don't think it'll boot if... Well, no, I know it won't boot if I try to boot it with higher memory clock. Because it never did before. Okay, there we go. So we're at 1600 already. And here we go for the 20s. 21, 24. It might just not clock as high. I want to see if it can even hit the old maximum clock that it did. 28. 30. Died. Okay, I think that 1641 validation must have been some lucky fluke, because now it's just dropping out at 1630 no matter what I do. Okay, you know what? I want to pack it up here. This stream was supposed to be quick, and it's way, way, way too long. It's 2 minutes 19... No, 2 hours, 19 minutes. Shut down, damn it. So yeah, before we leave, I'm gonna show everybody who turned up late and is here right now what the cooling system looks like. Because somehow it didn't freaking break. I can't believe it. Oh my, it's freezing through the motherboard hard. Okay, so let's pick up the camera. Da-da-da. Ignore the kitchen. There is a horrifying mess in there. So there's the dry ice, right? And that's just a solid block of dry ice right now. And you can actually see there's frost on the motherboard. So, yeah. That explains why nothing was dying, because everything is quite literally frozen. Wonder if it progressed towards the CPU slot, but can't really see the CPU socket. Yeah, I can't see down there. Oh well. How does it look in this area? Yeah, okay, this area is actually... Yeah, this area is fine, but here we have serious freeze through. Well, that's because this has that's the 12-volt power plane. So, yeah, that's the cooling. For all of you interested in how this was cooled, how I achieved this, I'm actually pretty happy with the results. I mean, it was a hell of a fight. This RAM kit just kind of sucks. The motherboard isn't exactly famous for being great either, but for maximum memory clock, it's really not. Like, it's not as much of a problem. There we go. Let's tear this down. This is going to be fun, because I need to actually get the dry ice out of there somehow, so... My plan is to pick the whole thing up and just tip it over into the dry ice box. Like a giant motherboard-shaped dry ice container. Right, this has a clip on it. There we go. And dry ice box is where? There we go. Hop, hop. Now I still have dry ice left over. I have no idea what to do with all of it. Seriously, I have too much of this stuff. The problem is I don't have any LN2 along with it, because I could maybe do something like throw the dry ice on like my PSC kit and run the PSC cold along with the 4790K on liquid nitrogen to maybe get a good Super Pi score, though, just to mess around with, but bleh. Oh my, freaking foam froze into it. Can't see this. There we go. Let's dump this. This is going to go so very well. There we go. Motherboard looks perfect. Yeah, so now I'll just let that run off I'll just leave that to sit here for a bit. And it'll hopefully, yeah, it'll just dry out over time. So that's that. And this comes apart, and I can chuck this in the bin. So yeah, this is the this is the memory dry ice pot. It's just a bit of cardboard taped together, and it's that. It's not fair. I get to use nearly as much dry ice as I still have left. I guess I could like throw the G3258 under dry ice or something. Though I have no idea what to do with it. Either way, that's that for today. No, we are not streaming again, because I freaking want to bench in peace sometimes. Okay, it's not that streams are horrible things or something, or that they're super hard to do. It's just like I want to bench without having to talk all the freaking time, because obviously if I was silent throughout a bench session, that would be extremely entertaining. So yeah, I might do some G3258 overclocking tomorrow on the dry ice. Just play with it for fun. You're not putting the stream. It's not you guys watching. It's just if I went and was silent for the whole freaking thing, it'd be pretty boring in my opinion. You know, it's like, yeah. Funnily enough, I don't think my peaceful benching gets high scores anyway, but still. Yeah. But there's cool stuff coming soon. Also, I'm going to get to working on the videos again. So, yeah. That. The thing about music is like, so the thing about putting music on this stream, I have a very specific taste in music that most people wouldn't appreciate, and you can't really find, you know, public license material for. So, no music right now. Because, yeah. So that's that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I don't think you could have, yeah. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you get inspired to do something similar to your RAM, because honestly, this is, in my opinion, the easiest extreme overclocking you can do. You can take a stick of RAM, a few bits of cardboard, and throw the RAM under dry ice. This is by far, like, I love dry ice for this, even if it's stupid expensive compared to liquid nitrogen. So, yeah, that's that. So yeah, I hope you feel inspired to do something equally stupid, because apparently it's not stupid enough to break anything. And see you next time. There, stop the stream.